Okay, well, right now we're going to talk about another way to sail off into a world where your imagination can soar. No bunnies or llamas involved. However, viewers might be a little suspicious of taking a cruise right now, especially after all the crazy incidents that have taken place lately. So, could you find yourself stranded and frustrated like some passengers, or, would it be smooth sailing if you choose this type of vacation? Well, I've got some ideas for all of you from travel writer Rita Cook on why you should still pencil in a cruise on your vacation calendar. Hi, Rita.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm great. Well, I'm excited about this because when the swine flu was going on in Mexico and everybody was so afraid to go to Mexico, I actually took a trip to Mexico. And it was a great time to go because people were so afraid, and I got great deals. And so I've heard that the same thing is kind of going on with cruises now.
I think so. As you know, Carnival, they had like 4,300 people that got stuck in St. Martin and had to get flown home, but that's not normal. And what I'm going to recommend is the Disney cruise, because I really don't think that the little red ship is going to ever get stuck out in the middle of the ocean anywhere.
Right.
And there's lots of stuff for everybody to do. There's, of course, kids love it, but there's also nightclubs, spas, and all kinds of fun things, stops. You can do 4 nights. And one thing that I really want to recommend is the Galveston. They leave from San Diego and Miami, but for our viewers, I think Galveston. And they do go some great destinations. So
it's just a short drive away. You can get on board in Galveston, be gone for a week, and come back. Oh, that's fun.
You can go, even if you do the 8-night, you can go to Disney in Orlando as well.
Oh,
There's
very
like a
cool
little package that you can do that. So
wonderful. All right, Disney cruise, thumbs up. All right, what's our next cruise?
Okay, the next one is Oceania Cruises, and that is a really high-end luxury cruise. They have 684 to 1,200 guests on it, and it's a foodie paradise. If you like food and you like to cruise, this is the thing to do. They have a Bon Appetit chef that is on the cruise. They take you off on one of the excursions. You go to the cheese store, you go to the food store, you get your food, and you come back and cook it or learn how to cook it.
Oh, that's fun.
So there's a little bit of extra.
You're learning a little skill while you're there. Well, look at the photo. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Right.
How neat. Okay, so I like that. And it's kind of gourmet food.
It's a gourmet,
it's all very
it's the kind of
gourmet
food that you wouldn't expect on your typical...
On a cruise ship, right.
Yeah.
It's not your usual hot dogs and hamburgers.
Right,
okay.
exactly. Although you can get those, I'm sure. But
right, wonderful.
Okay.
All right, what's our next cruise?
Okay, the next one is Regent 7 Seas, and it's called the most inclusive luxury cruise experience, and it's all suites, which if I'm sure you've been on a cruise, you know that the rooms are really tiny.
Yes.
But on this, you don't get, it's an all-suite experience.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's really
Very
nice.
spacious.
And I'm going to recommend the San Francisco to Vancouver, and we have some pictures here now.
Oh,
right?
wow.
And you can stop in Alaska, which everybody wants to do an Alaska cruise.
Yes,
So.
my mom has been on 2 to Alaska.
Has she?
And she can't wait to go back. Yeah, it's extraordinary, I've heard.
There's also a Rome to London in May as well, which might be kind of fun, because this is the 200th anniversary of the Beatles and all that. So London and England is a big deal right now.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Very cool. I like that.
All right, next up is Star Clippers, and this is 3 ships, and it's the world's largest and tallest sailing vessels. Not the only ones, but they're part of the...
Some of.
Yeah, and
oh, wow.
it's like being on, there you go, it's like being on a yacht with 100 of your closest friends. So you can't beat that, right?
Yeah, that's just like a constant party.
And I want to recommend the transatlantic cruise on this one, where, let's see, in April you do eastbound, and then you come back westbound in October, November, and you stop at like Tunisia, Malta, Spain, Portugal. So it's like a great way to see Europe without
all these amazing
having
countries.
to fly or drive, I guess you should. Yeah. So.
Well, so what about steamboats?
American Steamboat is American Queen Steamboat is Mississippi River. You don't need a passport, and you can. I did one last week from Vicksburg to Memphis, and that was really fun. It skews a little bit of older crowd, but everybody's nice. There's a great head waiter on there named Chris Williams, and he makes the experience amazing.
Oh, good.
So
Insider tip.
He's like the little Richard, and he's from Dallas actually, and that was one of the things that really I loved, because he goes around the dining room talking about how great Dallas is.
A good local connection.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, and I do like that you don't have to have a passport. And hey, if it's an older crowd, I mean, there's not going to be any wild parties. You're actually going to get some sleep on that cruise. So
there was a lot of dancing going on, and I enjoyed it. I actually learned how to do the foxtrot. So.
Oh, that's neat.
So yeah.
Very cool.
Right.
And so you think now is a good time?
I think it's a good time. I personally would stay away from the $4,000, $5,000 or passenger.
crew,
Yeah. Like there's another one, Louis Cruises, which is really good too, and it's all Turkey and Greece, and I really want to recommend that one because I did that one at the end of last year.
Oh, that would be fun. Look how
And
beautiful.
It's amazing. And the good thing about that is you feel like you're on a movie set because of the fact that, like you were talking about the Bible earlier, this is like all the Bible destinations that you've read about all your life, and you're like, is this really real? I mean,
you can see
and
them
it's
up close
still
and
here,
personal.
right? There we go. I mean, you
That's
can
fascinating.
touch that. There I am.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it was fun. So that was
How neat. And so, do you have any last pointers for people that are trying to book a cruise? The earlier you book, the better.
Yes, and one thing a friend of mine told me who has a travel agency is you don't have to do the shore excursions that they offer on the boat because they're always really expensive. You can find a travel agent that will meet you at the port, and they'll take you without 1,000 other people, and and then you can go do your thing, get back to the boat, and it's sort of a
Great
personal
tip.
experience.
Save a little money.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you, Rita. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
These are fun. Well, if you'd like more travel tips from Rita, you can check out focusdailynews.com, or you can listen to her every Monday night on The Anthony Duva Show at insidermagradio.podomatic.com.